You're this perp back with another video, and I just got out of watching Oddity. This is coming out of Shudder. Man, I gotta just really praise Shudder, A24, and Neon for just holding it down for horror and just producing some of the most unique horror movies to come out just in this year. They are truly on a generational run. Despite how you might feel about these movies, they are putting out quality horror movies. They're putting out something unique. They're doing something different. So Oddity is directed by Damon McCarthy. He also did the 2020 movie Cavid. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but I saw that. I don't think I reviewed it. I have to double check, but I know I saw it. And there's some interesting Easter eggs from that movie in this movie, so that's really cool. It makes me want to kind of revisit that movie. I might do that tonight. But anyways, talking about this movie, very, very interesting movie and premise where it starts off, you have this couple moving into a new house. Um, Danny is the wife to Ted. Ted's another character within this. He kind of runs this psych ward, and his wife gets a visit from a person that used to be a patient. He has like a glass eye, and just the way that they were shot was fucking terrifying. That whole opening scene was really interesting. It really sets the tone perfectly, where he arrives at her house warning her that there's somebody in the house with you. You know what I'm saying? And she doesn't really know how to kind of take this. Obviously, it's just like, oh, this kind of crazy dude, he looks really scary, is trying to trick me into getting into my house. So he gets pretty much blamed for the murder, and there's this whole story that gets kind of unraveled. So we kind of jump a year ahead, and we get introduced to Darcy, that is Danny's twin sister, but she's blind, and I love her swag too. But she has this kind of store where she has all these different knickknacks that are, cursed objects. Very like Ed and Lorraine Warren type of kind of situation there, but just minus Ed. And Ted comes to visit to kind of give her this glass eye from his wife's killer. And where this story gets really interesting is Ted has kind of moved on, you know what I'm saying, from Danny, and has found a new girl. Darcy kind of feels some type of way, so she decides to send a trunk with this creepy ass fucking mannequin. I mean, creepy as fuck. Like, even when it's not in frame, you could already kind of sense its presence, and I feel like that was really, really fucking brilliantly done in this movie. So you have Ted and his new girlfriend. They're stuck at this house, and she pretty much pops up talking about Darcy, and she just wants to kind of stay there, you know what I'm saying, unannounced, uninvited and whatnot, because she knows that there's something weird going on here, you know what I'm saying. She wants to get to the bottom of this. So as Ted's off to work, she Yana, the girlfriend, is stuck there with Darcy and the creepy ass mannequin, and this is where things get really fucking crazy. I don't want to spoil nothing further from that, but this movie does a great job of building tension. Whenever a horror movie can build really great tension, that's a good sign of a really dope horror movie. And this will definitely get under your skin. This movie is terrifying to me. And I see that being a reoccurring thing with horror movies, where you'll see the tagline, scariest movie of the decade, scariest movie of the year. People gotta understand that that's just marketing, bro. And whatever you deem to be scary is what you deem to be scary. Everybody has different levels to this shit. This is why horror is so fascinating, you know what I'm saying? But this shit affected me, personally. You know what I'm saying? I say it's the scariest movie of the year, it's definitely one of the most unsettling. I still, put Long Legs over this, but Yeah, this was definitely worth watching. If you get around to checking this out on Shudder, it should be on Shudder by like next month or in the next 2 months or something like that. Because usually when they release things in theaters, it ends up popping up on their streaming service, usually like a month later. But if you get a chance to check it out in theaters, definitely check it out in theaters. Because I don't know what it is, but it was so weird watching this. Because have you ever seen the lights by the steps where you kind of walk down up and down the aisle? Those lights were fucking flickering during this movie, and that shit just made the whole experience much more unsettling and stuff. But yeah, I really enjoyed this movie. I definitely think that, like I said, the studios Neon, A24, and Shudder are just doing the Lord's work when it comes to horror and stuff. They're just cranking out so many different unique ideas and stuff like that. And yeah, I want to know your thoughts if you get around to checking this out. But until next time, I'm out.